Okay. Nadeshot has an epic rant on SBMM in Black Ops Cold War. And apparently, I am 2 years too late to the party. Alright? But still, I grew up watching Nadeshot and playing Call of Duty. Yeah, that's... So he's like a pretty good player or whatever for Call of Duty. So I know he's the owner of 100 Thieves now and so on and so forth. So if you got one of the OGs of Call of Duty bitch bone complaining about SBMM, then it has to be an issue. So let me hear this.
So you beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Plenty of us have had our say about skill-based matchmaking. I've had my own say in previous videos, and plenty people from the Call of Duty community have let their thoughts be known. Well, it's Nadeshot's turn this time. Nadeshot absolutely broke it down as to how he feels about skill-based matchmaking, and we're going to speak about his thoughts today after I show you guys his footage. Now, if you enjoy this video at any portion, please don't forget to drop a like, and if you are new here, consider subscribing with the notification bell clicked so you get my videos as soon as they are published. So let's take a quick look at what Nadeshot had to say about skill-based matchmaking.
I know everyone's been bitching about it since the game came out.
And Nade, it wasn't just this game. People were bitching, complaining about skill-based matchmaking since its first inception and implementation with the previous games. It just, at this point, it is probably coming to a boiling point to where no one can take the game seriously.
Guys, but it's time to lower the skill-based matchmaking. I mean, it is. This is not fun. Okay?
Okay, so how skill-based matchmaking works is you have, like a chart, and you have your standard bell curve. You got your little 50 percentile marker right in the center. And so for the lower 50 percentile, skill-based matchmaking works as intended. It feels good for the majority of players. But however, if you ever get like good at the game and you start to crest over that 50 percentile mark, 51, so on and so forth, 52, 53, maybe you're in the 80th percentile, maybe you're in the 90 percentile, maybe you're in the 99 percentile of skill, and you're just the aim god. All right, at that point, SBMM is in full force, working not with you but against you, in order to make every match feel like $1 million tournament. And if you like that, then that's fine. But you have to understand that you are a minority if that is your opinion. Most people like to come home, chill out, relax, turn their brain off, not on, turn their brain off, and jump into matchmaking. All right? They don't want to have to try. So I would probably put Nade as in the above the 50 percentile. So he's being affected by skill-based matchmaking really hard right now. Every match feels hard as fuck.
This is not fun. I know we want the kids that have never played Call of Duty before to be in a safe space. Yep. But please stop alienating the people that have been playing your game for over a decade. This is not an enjoyable experience, especially trying to get the challenges done on these weapons. You got me trying to get point-blank kills against 6 scumps on the other team. We're using jammers. Everybody's got a fucking score streak because it's participation and not skill. Hey man, you log into the game, no matter, you're gonna get a cruise missile, brother, don't worry.
Now, I'm pretty certain that there's not many people out there that would disagree with what Nadeshot's saying.
Okay, keep this in mind. Take this entire video as like a grain of salt with me, because I haven't played a Call of Duty game in years. Okay? So I think the last Call of Duty I played was this one, like Cold War, but I only played the campaign. I played that shit on normal, and I thought it was okay. It was all right as a campaign. That's all I wanted out of it. I dipped my toes into multiplayer, but I knew SBMM was in there, and for that reason, I just did not want to have any part of it. So I just wanted to see if the campaign was good. It was all right, you know, status quo, pretty good campaign, and yeah, that was the last Call of Duty I played. I don't think I played a couple of the ones before. Like before that, what I play? Did I play? I just played the 2019 one. Was the one I played before that. And I played that one like a modest amount, I think. Before that, I didn't play for a lot of years, and yeah, it's just there's no faith in Call of Duty for me anymore.
Specifically with the point that it seems as if you get put on a naughty step if you are a good player in Call of Duty these days, and it's very prevalent that they are ignoring the people that are more than likely going to buy the game irrespective of what goes on because of pure loyalty to the game, and they're choosing to choose the people that may have no interest in this game after a certain period of time. So it's new over old and new over dedicated, which is it's a real weird business model if you ask me. Most companies that are really successful are built on brand loyalty.
Most companies that are successful are built on brand loyalty. Well, you can leave it up to Call of Duty to buck that trend. All right, because every year on year, or every 2 years now is the cycle, I believe. They come out with a Call of Duty every 2 years, and it somehow seems to sell really well still. It's still a copy-paste game. There's no effort put into it. It's the same game. Call of Duty players are like sports players. They can't tell the difference between the old game and the new game. And yeah, like what he was saying, there's just brand loyalty with Call of Duty. And if you've been playing like every year for Call of Duty, oh Jesus Christ, man, you have got to have something up with you, dude.
Example of that is definitely the Apple market. Apple just have die-hard people who are guaranteed to spend that money on that product because they feel like they're part of this whole picture that is being painted by Apple themselves. That's why they're one of the most successful companies in the world. Activision, on the other hand, it seems like they're doing everything in their power to alienate the very people that have made this franchise what it is, in my personal opinion. I feel like I'm one of those people included that have done everything within their power to make sure that this game is purchased on the release date, and I grind and grind away. I mean, I even have a dedicated Call of Duty YouTube channel. That's how much I love the game. I play it, then I want to speak about it as well. Now, his points about skill-based matchmaking are quite interesting because Nadeshot is a legend in the Call of Duty circle. He was one of the first players to actually get sponsored by such a big brand like Red Bull, and to hear him feel this way about something that's obviously had a massive effect, a massive positive effect on his life. If he's coming out and speaking like this, then there clearly has to be a problem. I mean, we're not blind, but we keep getting referred to as the silent minority, and I feel like there's so much being done to try and silence the voice of people who don't like skill-based matchmaking. And as he's stated in the video, all he's trying to do is get challenges done, and he can't do it. Now, he did come out with a video.
Well, that's easy. You know, if you're getting your butt whooped, it's an easy solve for that, Nade. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to tank your KD, get one of those weird routers that lets you put your little marker anywhere in the world so that you can go into like some third world country and the game will perceive you into that third world country, and you'll be matched against players in that third world country, and the players won't be good and all that noise. Yeah, and if you're playing on PC, it's even different because then you could just buy cheats. Okay, so there's that. You ain't cheating, you ain't trying. All right.
Video clarifying his thoughts after, just to make sure people understood exactly where he was coming from. And he doesn't actually mind skill-based matchmaking, but he would like to see a rank that would basically decipher to anybody looking what skill set that particular person has in the lobby that they're up against. And in a nutshell, it's basically him asking for ranked mode. Now, my personal opinion is, as I've stated before, but I make it very clear what my position is on skill-based matchmaking. I do not believe that the casual playlist, so the default mode that most people play on Call of Duty, should have any type of skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah.
My opinion, it should be connection-based only. And if you come up against somebody that is great like Scump, then that is the luck of the draw. If you come up against people that are average, that's the luck of the draw. If you come up against people that are terrible, it's your lucky day, isn't it? That's how Call of Duty.
I mean, even with that point, you can implement cheats, technology to spoof your internet connection or whatever, how much input lag that you have to get around the system, and literally anything that you think should be a parameter for SBMM can be cheated around. Any parameter. It's that entrenched in Call of Duty. Now, I hate cheating. Cheating is stupid. But I understand that there are people in this world that will do whatever they can to get a leg up, and even more so when they go to tournaments and there's real money on the line. All right. And that's the system that you are put in. That's the reality of it. I don't like cheaters. It's stupid. I was just, all that shit before. I said it was a joke. Okay? And Nade knows all this. Nade knows what's going on in the background. He knows who all the cheaters are. He knows all the cheater circles. He knows who to associate and disassociate with. Like, come on. All right?
Should be, that's it. If you want SBMM in the game, then you need to have a ranked playlist. And if you care so much about these new players, then for God's sake, just give them the boot camp mode that was in Black Ops 1. There was nothing wrong with that. No one's been a predator in there, and it gives them the opportunity to get better at the game. I played this during the 30 days that PSN was out, and it's a great thing for people that need to learn maps, need to learn how to shoot, the mechanics of the game. It's the best thing that they could actually do. So I totally agree with Nadeshot getting really furious about this. And there are so many different pros now who have dedicated career, their whole career is dedicated to Call of Duty. Some of the greatest players are struggling to currently get a 2KD. Scumpy is one of the best, most prolific players we have seen in our time, and Scump can't even carry a 2KD. That should tell you everything wrong with skill-based matchmaking. The game is not fun for those who have dedicated the time to get better, but it's fun for those that don't really care about the game enough because they don't know enough about the game. Now, if there's a boot camp, they're not going to know no different, and if they are getting smashed, if they really want to perform and get better at the game, then incentivize it in the menus. Call of Duty gives tips of the day, so give tips of the day to people who actually need them, because there's a lot of people now who kind of know what to expect when they jump into Call of Duty. But if you are new to the game, then you have to accept the initiation into the game, just like people like me did in Modern Warfare 2. I don't feel that this part...
I mean, like I said before, if they implement like a little boot camp type thing where it's like level 1 to 20 only of your account and only those type of people can play in there, that can easily be cheated around. Just saying. But conceptually, ideally, yes, that should be a thing. However, there's no real way to do that. The Ricochet anti-cheat is a joke. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't help anybody.
Participation thing can go on much longer because it's going to kill the very thing that we enjoy with games, which is the fun factor. It's really pulling the fun factor out of games for me, to the point where people are trying to engineer the game to work for them now, because skill-based matchmaking has become that bad. People are reverse engineering lobbies to...
he was going to say reverse boosting. That's when you tank your KD over the course of a couple maps in order to get an easy match. So then you have your pop-off match where you like drop like 100 and 0, and that's the video you throw up on YouTube.
To suit them so they can get gameplays, which is how it used to be back in the day. You go into several different lobbies, you play, you get this lobby where there's just potatoes everywhere.
Yep.
It's your lucky day, you fill your boots. That's how Call of Duty should be. So let me know down in the comment section, guys, what are your thoughts on Nadeshot's rant? He did go on to clarify and kind of step down a little, but I do believe that it's getting to the point where we are really going to start seeing some real backlash from Call of Duty players who hold this game on a plateau that's really high and that have been playing it for a long time. And I genuinely believe that we're getting to a point now where people will down tools and stop playing this game altogether. Guys, the remaining buttons you could hit, but a like and subscribe button. I hope they took your fancy. And as always, guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.
So, I mean, yeah, this is a good video. I liked it. I mean, one of the main reasons I don't really like talking about Call of Duty anymore is because the IP for me, like I used to really love Call of Duty and I have a lot of great memories playing Call of Duty back in the day. But to see a beloved franchise completely go to shit, it is just heartbreaking. It really sucks. All right. And I just don't want to give the game any more attention, because if you really don't like the game, like,
so it's December 29th.
Wait, go back. Was it forward or backward I hit?
So
okay. So if you really don't like a game, it is kind of not worth it to talk shit about it. I mean, yeah, you can make a video or whatever, like I'm doing right now. But it's not really gonna do anything. If you really don't like a game, the best thing that you could do for that game is to just ignore it and not play it. Because essentially what you're doing is you're hurting the publishers where it hurts. In the wallet, in the stats, in the concurrent players. All right? Those are the only things they care about. And if you really like a game, or, you know, like for me, I used to like Call of Duty, it's not really worth it to put time and effort into the franchise anymore. It's just not good. That's all I can say. But, you know, if you have like a YouTube or you know, channel dedicated to Call of Duty, I mean, you do you. I mean, if you're like an OG legend like Nate or Scump or whoever, and you're like really entrenched in it or whatever, and then that's your reality. That's what you got to play with, and you just have to deal with the hand that you were dealt. But if you're just like a casual person and you just don't like the game, don't play the game. All right? It's simple. All right? It's easier than you think. So that's pretty much it. Okay, my rant's over. All right? I liked the video. It was good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, guys? So I'll see you on the next one. All right? Peace.